But all the historical epochs, the changes have something to teach us. Each culture and world empire and situation and we may have lost its lessons. We may have lost the wisdom of a Hebrew type of Hezekiah review of what that culture appreciated. Literally the wisdom books and more. We may have lost the Ramanic concept of order and the Pax Romanica. The security and so on within a pagan world against the pagans beyond the barbarian, rather, would be a better word to use here, but became pagan from the point of view of Christianity type church that developed under the Romans. What we tragically seem to have lost is a Tartarian understanding of how the physical world relates to the spiritual, whether it's of sound, light, earth temperature, herbal treatments, medicine in that sense, and perhaps a social order that was more of a confederacy than an empire. And in that sense, I feel the Freemason has lost the plot. It's a degenerate form of the true knowledge that was in guilds. Not so much in their physical dexterity, although that was great, of course, as evidenced by buildings and structures, but their understanding of the spiritual relationship between the spiritual and the physical and the spiritual, which allowed them such power in a sense, globally. A scale that simply Persian and Greek and Roman views are dwarfed by. An influence, in fact, that could abide with existing cultures. Perhaps only that, in that you had a surviving giant elite that was able, by its technical knowledge and ability, to sort of keep the peace, or keep its position, despite lack of peace among the more primitive nation states that occupied. Pan world. The technology of such was intentionally obliterated as part of the new order, the reset. But what we've called the Industrial Revolution of Europe especially, and the New World as we see it now in the aftermath of this obliteration. That's the drift of things. And why? Well, I think it reflects what we feel personally as people, persons, human beings. That our true being and needs have been in some sense eclipsed by a materialist technological world of knowledge rather than wisdom, of matter rather than spirit, of machine rather than humanity. And we fear in consequence that we've lost the plot and that what we've created may likewise wipe out what we are, which I would colourfully say is children of God. But I could, in 20th century terms, say human beings. It's not quite so clear already in the 21st century what we mean by human being. And that's the fear that we're up against in this century, I think. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. For there are many things we don't want in heaven, and this may well be one of them. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.